Hello guys! I better get my glasses on. I'm not going to be able to see anything. I'm not going to be able to see nothing. That's better. So hello. I hope you are all well. We are going to do a reading for the Soulmates, Starseeds, Mirror Souls, Ophiuchus, which is like the life container for the Kundalini, okay? But it's also a zodiac sign. So let's go ahead and let's pull out something for the collective here, okay? Let's see what's going on for the collective here. Okay. I do feel like you've walked away from something. Okay. Oliver, quit buffing. Quit buffing, Onyx. And you're going into a rebirth. Okay? Oliver, stop. Yeah. We've got it here and on the bottom of the deck. So you are walking away from something, maybe a little stubbornly. Okay, but you're like, I'm listening to my gut. My gut is telling me that it's time to move forward. This could be towards something that you've planted seeds for in the past. Okay, but you have an awareness that this is where your heart is like wanting to go. All right, so let's see what's going on. For those of you that don't know my connection with Ophiuchus, originally, the Starseeds started coming to me with the Blu-rays, and after the Blu-rays, then they brought to me the Kundalini planes and the life container of Ophiuchus, and I started just doing Ophiuchus readings, but I really feel like the Ophiuchus, like the sort of container, the vessel, really is very resonating frequency with those that feel like they're starseeds, in mirror soul relationships, soulmates, all of that. So let's see what's going on here for you, okay? Fourth house, Cancer. So there is new energy that's coming in right now for you. And I feel like you know it's being created with this new moon energy, okay? This is going to bring in a partnership, okay, or strengthen your partnership. But again, they're telling me that this comes with that moon work that you did. And you might not even have realized that the moon work you were doing was really about opening up space for what wanted to come to you, okay? I feel like you're being guided to let go of the past, okay? And that might feel really complicated. It might feel like I'm getting the number 39. 39 might be a really important number, but it's feeling as if it's really important to make this space before that energy shows up. And that's a very sacred energy, right? 333, 369. So I feel like Spirit is just bringing that to us, okay? Yeah. I feel like you've been dealing with some toxic patterns. And Spirit saying to complete this and achieve your goals, this is what you need to do. You need to let go and open up space. Okay. Yeah. It's time. It's time to let go of things that are bringing you down. I do feel like if you're dealing with something with a home, you're going to really love what is showing up. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit? Yeah. I feel like there's This completion for some of you feels like a fallback almost, but it really is closing out of a cycle. Okay, and on the other side of this is the healing. And this could be healing a relationship, could be past life. Okay, I fully believe in that. And for some of you, this could be a second soulmate, okay, in this lifetime for some of you, which does happen. Okay, we have lots of soulmates. There's not just one. There may only be one deep sort of mirror soul, okay, but we have many soulmates in various different things, okay. All right, so you've been at a distance from this energy. Some of you haven't even met this person, and I do feel like it's because of the toxic energy that you have been trying to get rid of. This person, male or female, really reminds me of, it's like the scammy sort of car salesman, okay? And there's no balance in their world. Okay, could be, doesn't have to be, but I'm getting Leo and Aquarius energy. Okay. Two of Pentacles. And the healing, right? This is telling you that the moon was saying, open this up, let us clear the path. Let us burn down what's no longer needed and clear this path for you. Okay. Ace of Cups. So there is hope coming, and there is this new, almost like angelic form showing up for you. I feel like someone's gonna fight this, okay, trying, almost even energetically trying to keep this divine love from connecting with you. There could be mommy issues here, somebody controlling the divine masculine, which can be male or female, and all saying it's all in the name of love, but it is not, okay? Toxic mother in that energy. Any more from this deck, Spirit? I feel like you got one more. There it is. Yeah, Six of Swords. Spirit is saying Leo season is a time for you to cut ties, move ahead, get out of the toxic emotions. Absolutely true. Ace of Swords. And find this path forward for yourself. Okay. Again, this can be really scary. And it can be a challenge if it is a major transition. Now, I will tell you that I went through a divorce, and it took about 3 years, and I did not prepare. Like, I didn't realize what I was getting into, and because I wasn't prepared, Spirit had to take longer for the process. So remember that Spirit always has your back. Okay, I saw angel number 444 throughout my dissolution, so I really knew that they were always with me. Again, this letting go of a karmic energy here. This is how the feminine energy, which is our heart space, this is how you get that harvest. This is how you start opening up that abundant field that you have been seeking. Okay? And it could start here near the, the third week of July. All right. Yeah, you're going to find your other half. I feel like if you think you've already found them, this may be a rebirth, but it's one that was very much delayed by family. And I think you've been dreaming about this, but I don't feel like that is for everyone. I feel for most of you, you're the one that's ahead, sort of ascension-wise. You're the one that has done a bunch of leaps, and this was somebody that had to take some time to catch up. Okay. Yeah, again, the birthing, right? Spirit's repeating messages here for us. Some of you, this is going to bring you a child, okay? But for others of you, they're just telling you that this love was birthed into the 5D to come to you last Friday, okay? And that's when it started moving forward. And again, Leo season is when everything syncs up. So they're asking you to have faith. There is on the bottom, there's our Empress again. And we've got our Emperor and our Empress. So this is definitely, you evolved, you grew, and you've just been waiting. Now, there may be some secrets here. Thank you, right? And part of the secret might have to do with this incoming child, because I feel, again, very small percentage, you might be with somebody who had like a vasectomy and it doesn't stick, and this baby is a surprise, okay? But as soon as you meet this person, all the alarm bells go off. It's going to shock you, and you're going to have this rush of energy. You might meet them on a Wednesday, okay? Or they're showing me Wednesday from the Addams family. So this person might have a very dark sense of humor, okay? Let's get you some love messages for those that are waiting for love, okay? Yeah, Divine Feminine, you have balanced yourself. And as such, your heart is now open for the kind of pure love that you have been seeking, one that matches you, one that resonates with you. Okay, but you have to get rid of this karmic cycle. I feel that this may have been someone in the past that you thought was a twin flame, okay? And this burned you to the ground. But it was so that you could heal, to clear, right? Heal, clear that karma, get rid of that karmic relationship. Look at those, 3 in a row. So that you could heal and have this true, like, sort of power love show up. You might be a generator in human design, and Spirit is saying that the person that's coming towards you might also be a generator, and so it's going to be very hard for you two to stay grounded, okay? Follow the mystical messages. Follow what Spirit is guiding you with. This person might wear a piece of jewelry or have a special tattoo that catches your eye, and that will be your symbol. It might look like it has an eye in it, okay? Spirit, how about some messages for those that are dealing with love? Okay, you need to change your perception of equal give and take. All right. Again, you may have the person already that has that eye, or they may have a very open third eye, so they may be very intuitive. Okay. But you need to change your perception beyond the illusion of seeing them only in their sort of spiritual energy. Yeah, once you get out of your head and into your heart, I feel like this situation transforms. And some of you, this may have started as like a friends with benefit thing, and you're waiting for that like feeling to go away that this is a real relationship. But it's integrating. Okay, you're not quite there yet. It's got to go through this integration phase on the other side of kind of, you may have closed into like a relationship. Sorry, I've got my fans blowing. It's so hot here. But I feel like, again, you're building that vessel. You're building that Ophiuchus vessel. Okay. Yeah. Practice patience. Because I think you've been spiraling. You have to believe you're enough. I feel that you might be seeing a lot of 1111. And Spirit is trying to tell you that there's a reason behind that. They're trying to show you that you are enough, okay? I know, Spirit is eerie. Spirit says, again, there's another 11. It's time to take responsibility for, it's almost like take responsibility of your own keys, right? Take responsibility. Like for some of you, maybe you have to get a key back from them. Again, there's the 1111. Practice compassion here, but start working from your upper heart chakra. This is asking you to recognize almost like the power that you have when you rise up in your vibration. Yeah, you haven't quite surrendered. I think you're still going through a little bit of that dark night of the soul. And we don't just get it once. Yeah, Oliver's like, yeah, that dark night sucks. We don't just have it come in once. It comes in waves. Okay? And one of the ways you can do is you can practice the violet flame breathing to try to align yourself a little bit better. There is couple of really great like Reiki channels that you can use. I'm a Reiki master, but there are a couple of really great Reiki channels on YouTube. I don't do that on YouTube, but there's some great ones out there that you can use to help clear your energy. Trust, again, Spirit's just saying it again. Trust yourself, trust the process. Ask questions. Listen to what's being said to you, and be an allowance that you can have differing opinions, okay? Some of you need to heal your abandonment wounds, and that activates this beautiful shield for you where you finally feel safe, okay? For messages for those that are in separation right now, okay? Spirit, those in separation that have already met, thank you. Okay. I feel like the chosen one for you is at a distance. For some of you, I'm getting this feeling that it's almost like in the next month there's going to be some sort of an activation and a healing is going to happen. Sorry, Oliver, stop. Sorry, Oliver. Bonnie. Shh. Don't bark at the garbage cans. I know, they're so scary, aren't they? The feminine here, you are activating your higher heart chakra, okay? And so this is going to increase your frequency, and I feel like that's what you are kind of dealing with. Yeah. Again, the frequency, the electricity. I'm seeing this electricity. I don't know if you can see it on that. I can see this plug. And so when they bring out the electricity, this is activating this like whole creative core of you. Thank you. And I feel you might even be dealing with someone, again, not very many of you, but I am seeing a few of you where they have an electric car, okay? And so that's just your confirmation. But I feel like the challenge has been that you haven't been on the same frequency, okay? Heal that separation. Do it, reach out. But go within and ask yourself what it is. Why do you want to reach out? Why do you want to reconnect? Do it without expectations, okay? I think that's the only way for it to be healthy. And do it in July, okay? Don't let this month go by. And by August, there will be blossoming, because you'll be one with yourself. You'll do the work on yourself. You'll feel connected to yourself. But if it's saying goodbye, reaching out to say goodbye to a karmic relationship, you might need that reunion for it. But I don't think you'll receive the love that you are craving, because that is an expectation. And I don't think that's what you will get from that. Okay. All right. Any other information here, Spirit? Okay. We've got, yeah, the Mercury retrograde is going to be really hard on the fire signs. Sorry. They're being crazy. I feel like the fire signs are going to get really hit with passion. And it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks of intensity for you, okay? So try to really trust your imagination in that. Yeah. Okay, again, Aries especially, you're so actionable that you may feel an energy, especially if you're dealing with that electric charge over the next month. You may feel this like anger, and you're not going to know where it's coming from. Okay, so practice grounding yourself. Make sure you're drinking enough water, okay? Get a little salt in your water so that those electrical currents are flowing through your body properly, okay? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, you're going to feel very stable, okay, as you move through this little process. I feel like it's because you are being very consistent, and that's what's going to really keep you in this state of, I'm doing well, everything's going well. Be consistent. If you want to get up in the morning and work out, do it consistently. If you are saying you're going to read a book, read it consistently, right? Make sure that you're keeping things on a schedule, and you will be fine. Okay. And those of you that have heavy Aries placements, they just keep telling me, like, I feel like this energy coming towards you is going to like wake up your identity. You're going to have an awakening. And it's an evolution, okay? It's a brand new energy. For some of you, this may put you in a third-party situation, okay? I do think that if you're dealing with probably like a mutable sign, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, they may be seeking an open relationship, okay? All right, strong energy, Taurus energy. You're looking for somebody who is very balanced in their sensuality, their security. If you're dealing with anything legal in the next 2 weeks, I feel like the celestial bodies are really here to bring you security, really here to support you. If you've been dealing with a boss, I feel like they might be a little immovable, okay, in changing anything right now. If you lost something in your house, I don't think you actually lost it. If you have a child, I think your child hit it, not playing with it, not intentionally. Maybe you need to play the hot cold game with them to find it. But I do feel that some of you are trying to clear space in your home, but also like clear out negative energies from your temple here, your temple home. Okay. This might be healing old behaviors, getting away from addiction, staying away from bad influences. And Spirit is saying that you're going to win, okay? Give yourself a couple of months to get on the bandwagon. You're going to be fine with that, okay? If you've been dealing with a Capricorn, they're very limited in what they can offer you right now, okay? I feel like they are really focused on their career and they are struggling to balance that out, okay? Again, I feel like a lot of you are embodying that divine feminine energy and seeking to go inward. Especially, again, if you are heavy Virgo or Gemini placement, know that you need to be very analytical in this Mercury retrograde, okay? Because it's going to clear things out really fast, and if you're not analytical about your money, your checkbook's going to be empty, okay? Oof. Yeah. And then Jupiter tries to get away, which is abundance. So don't overspend. Again, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, I feel like they're going through a cycle that's going to last them a little over a year of growth, and luck will be on their side. That could be you for some of you. You could be the Sagittarius, but I do feel that you've got a long growth period that you're entering, okay? And again, it could have been triggered by some sort of third-party situation, person, place, or thing. And again, the key here, protect your energy and know that there will be a calm once you get through this storm. All right? Let's pull a few tarot cards here. Start here. Okay, thanks, Spirit. What's going on at the heart of your life right now? Thank you. What are you dealing with from the past? Thank you. And future possibilities. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Spirit saying right now, you're probably really focused on your coin. This may be because you were very disappointed with something recently or someone recently. But when you get out of your head and into your heart, things will clear up, okay? In the past here, Page of Pentacles. So I do feel that maybe you got overlooked for a raise or a promotion, or you've been seeking a new job, but it felt like it was just a wish here in the past, okay? Currently, again, you're attracting love, and it's a very divine lover. And as such, if you're in a relationship that's going through a growth phase, that you're growing together, I feel like you're going to be on the same page, and it's going to help you really move forward. It's going to be getting rid of old behaviors. But I think that for most of you, it's releasing karmic pasts so that you can come in with new energy, okay? With the Ace of Cups, I do feel like it's very spiritual. Oliver, please stop. Okay? Future possibilities, the Tower. Something's going to shock you, okay? Something's going to blow your mind. We're going to see if Spirit will give us some clarification in a minute. Okay? Tell me here about this past Page of Pentacles, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. I feel like you were almost promised this. And, but I feel like there was greed involved. And this is why you didn't get this leap ahead. Okay. And you may have already guessed that. Two of Swords. You may have known that there were some snakes in the mix that you were dealing with at work. Okay? But Spirit says you're going to see why here in the future. Okay? Ace of Wands. You're going to see why there is a gift coming. That gift could be monetary. It could be a new boss. Okay? But it's something that you'll adapt to very easily, and it will really like help you out. Okay, current energy, the Lovers. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like you've been working to not be so guarded against love, okay? Not be so jaded about love. I feel like you spend a lot of time working and a lot of time thinking about what's missing in your life, okay? It feels like the time has not come. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, crossing the Five of Wands. You had some lessons that you had to learn. And some of it was about being able to release yourself, at least energetically, from the past. And I almost feel like you could have, some of you have felt really stuck in this energy since you moved on from a last relationship. Okay. Or you felt stuck in a relationship that doesn't seem to be progressing. Okay. Doesn't seem to be growing. Yeah, very disappointed. Okay, Five of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, because you don't feel like you have been the center of anybody's world. You felt like whether you are waiting for love, you're tired of love, or you're in a loving relationship, you still feel like you have to do everything, and that nobody is really stepped up to, the word they're using is claim you, okay, to do for you what you have been hoping for. This Ace of Cups, this new love that's coming in, or this new path, it is new, the Fool. And we got a sneaker in there. 2 of them popped out here. We've got the 5 of Cups, and again the 5 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Cups over there, and the 5 of Wands. So Spirit is saying, start listening to yourself, okay? Start listening to the feelings, the negative self-talk, and turn it around. Start growing from happiness. Because I do feel like as soon as you turn this around, then you are inviting in that 10 of Pentacles. But right now you've got this 5 of Pentacles energy where it's almost like a trauma response of, I'll just do it myself. Okay? Yeah. You're manifesting like clearing the mountains, clearing the obstacles. Some of you might be like, I'm manifesting getting out of here to the mountains. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here because it's driving me crazy. And you gotta speak that into existence. I feel like we often forget how powerful our voices are. Like you can be driving down the road in a car by yourself and just talking to Spirit and the universe and being like, you know, what would feel so good would be to take a trip to the mountains. And Spirit's like, oh, that sounds so great. Okay. But you're like, I'm never going to get to the mountains. So why should I even bother? Right? That's where you're coming in with that half empty glass. Okay. Really, again, Spirit saying, consider what you are saying, what you're speaking into action, and know that the communication that's coming in from this new energy is going to be very potent. It's probably going to scare the crap out of you, okay? Again, Page of Wands coming out. Speak it into existence. Okay, take accountability. And then let it go. Don't cling to anything because that's the easiest way to release it. There is this King of Cups energy coming in. This could be somebody who has been through a divorce, or they could be an attorney, or you could just be getting really great like news from an attorney, because we did see the legal energy here earlier. If this is about an ending of a relationship, or if it's about somebody that passed and division of assets, I do feel like you've been really negatively thinking about this. Change your mindset, because I feel like it's supposed to go in your favor. Okay. So future possibilities, the Tower. There's the Queen of Cups. So again, I feel like someone who is showing up with a very loving energy, they're going to call you and or just speak to you and you just feel it instantly. This kind of gets you a little like into La La Land, because it kind of shocks you into fantasy. You can imagine yourself with them, raising a child with them, being a family. Temperance energy. Could definitely be somebody that's very balanced, already has a good family energy, Could be Sagittarius energy, but could be any sign. But I really feel like you got to give them time. You got to let them, be patient with them, okay? I know that you're ringing the gong of happiness in Leo season as this comes in, okay? But this person, they got a whole plan that they're in the middle of right now. And so they're going to take their time. That might be the part that just blows your mind, okay? And they may not act like that. They may come in acting like, I'm just really ready to speed into this and get this going. And this person is going to be like totally the opposite of that, okay? Yeah, but they are what you've wished for. So keep that in mind. I think that you will know them when they come in. It's very new. So I'm going to pull for each sign, and then we're going to close it off with an oracle, okay? For Aquarius, Spirit. Aquarius. Thank you. Okay. You've been watching something like a hawk because it hasn't been fair. It hasn't been just. And again, I feel like justice will go your way in whatever this is, person, place, or thing, but not until you get past this future tower moment that's coming in. Yeah. You've got to change your mindset. Somebody's been bending the truth here. Come at it from your heart instead of your mind, and that's how you're going to, like, they're calling it manipulate the energies, but that's how you change the frequency, okay? And I feel like somebody is stalking you, watching you. They may even be driving past your house. Be careful about that, okay? If you are in like a battle with someone, so to speak, like, don't be posting about it on social media, okay? Pisces. Thank you. Yeah, you've been struggling, Pisces, okay? You feel like sometimes the whole world is caving in on you, okay? A little bit of depression there. You may be going through an ascension, and you may be having bouts of anger, okay? And I feel like part of this is because you've been dealing with somebody who can't make a decision, okay? So they're hot and cold. I don't think that you're being lied to. You might feel that way, okay? You may even be going out and dating others because you just feel so hurt by this other energy. Be aware that you may be calling in something higher, okay? And where you think you're heading may not be where you're going to end up. All right. Aries. Aries, you're definitely going through an ascension. And you may be dealing with some weird things with your body, like, I'm not a doctor, let me be clear about that. I'm not diagnosing anything, but you may be having some heart palpitations. You may be feeling like your feet are really cold lately. You're just feeling challenged, brain fog. I would definitely make sure you're getting all of your correct vitamins, whether you need to get that checked or just make sure you're getting like a good methylated multi, okay? But I do feel like you've been going in circles. You haven't been able to leave behind something from the past. Okay. Person, place, or thing. This could be connected to family for some of you, but you've really struggled. It's almost like it killed your creativity, okay? Because it did take some of your spark away. Yeah. Again, return to the playfulness. I do feel like there is someone coming in. It could be someone coming back. Mercury retrograde, okay? 6 of Cups. But I feel like you need to approach whatever new love that you're dealing with. Approach it playfully, okay? Yeah, you've been waiting a while, okay? Trying to manifest something, but the sabotage here has been really because you've been stuck on this past energy, okay? And it was really hard for you to think of even moving forward. Again, Spirit saying get back to that creative, playful energy like a child. Let your inner child play. And I think that you're going to find a lot more happiness, okay? Taurus. I see you staring at me, Taurus. Ace of Cups, lots of love to give. And once this new love starts approaching you, it's almost like eyes from across the room, okay? And you realize that what you were looking at before was nothing, right? Like the past becomes this little tiny boat. Now, for some of you as well, maybe they ride a motorcycle, so that's going to be kind of crazy for you, because how do you go out on dates with somebody that rides a motorcycle, right? But I feel like this is like somebody that's very much in their head in processing, and then we've got the other person that's very heady, that's very analytical, okay? Yeah, this is your divine lover, okay? This is your soulmate. This is somebody that you're truly bonded to, and yet there's almost like some sort of family energy between the two of you, okay? Listen to what the family is saying. Try to understand why they might be trying to make you move on. They may be trying to guide you because of past experiences that have happened. But listen to it. There's something you're going to learn from that. Okay? Yeah. When this tower moment comes, you may go into a separation. You may go into an argument. This may be with the past, and this leads you to the divine partner, or this may be a separation with the divine partner. Being a general reading, it could be either, I'm feeling. I feel like if you have heavy air placement, like you just don't emotionally understand this person, okay? And you're like, this should be love, this should be happy. But one of you has a lot of support, and the other one is like, feels like they're like Hugh Grant. I'm just a man with an island, that's it, okay? And that's kind of where you have to work from, okay? Yeah. I know that this is going to cause you a lot of mental strain. But again, and there's that King of Swords again, air. I do think Spirit's offering you something new, and you're going to have to be the one to decide what you're going to take, okay? Because this air energy, the person that's always up in their head, like they don't have a lot of emotional capacity right now, okay? Hope that helped you. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, you feel like you're fighting off the world here. King of Wands. Every time you turn around, you think that there's somebody else like coming at you. Okay, this feels like it's a little bit karmic. I do feel like as soon as you get into Leo season, a lot of this changes. You're going to have a new beginning. You're going to start moving away from that because you're at the end of this big toxic cycle, okay? Now, this could mean going home to a past love. This could mean getting over heartbreak from a past love, okay? But again, love aligns in Leo season. And I do think that it is new for most of you. But for some of you, there's a lot of new coming in, a lot of interest in you. And use your best judgment, okay? It could be overwhelming. Three's a crowd, okay? If you are, I'm getting a message for someone, if you are polyamorous, I do think this will be a good fit, okay? So, I hope that helps you. Cancer. Okay, are they your soulmate? Yes, they are. Okay, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of fire, a lot of attraction with this person, okay? But I feel like you are like, I am so bored waiting for them to give me what I'm seeking. You're like, why? Why do I have to wait around for this? You want more than the passion, okay? And that seems to be all they're giving you is passion. And this person is quite fulfilled with just the passion, okay? They put a lot of passion into their work. They put a lot of passion into their play. They're very much about learning new things. They feel like they're giving of their heart, but I feel like they may not know how to give emotionally, okay? And that could be a big struggle in this relationship. You feel alone a lot. You feel left out in the cold, and they may not change. Again, is this your soulmate? Yes. There are many soulmates. You have to decide if you can live with this or not. Okay? Because for some of us, we need emotionality to have a fulfilling relationship. Okay? That's not for everyone. Yeah. I think this is going to be your big aha moment that's coming up here in the future. And you're going to have to figure that out, I guess. I hope that helped you. Leo, you're coming up on your birthday. Oh, and happy birthday, Cancer. Okay. Ace of Wands. Spicy, spicy energy. You're ready to light some fires. That could be good, that could be bad. You plan on winning someone back or seeing someone again. Yeah, I feel like you're like, it's time to get out there. It's time to go deal with this. You're ready to go after what you want. And you're feeling confident and you feel like it is time, okay? And the person that you're dealing with may think you're already moved on, okay? So don't get frustrated if you go charging towards this person and they're like, what are you doing here, okay? This is your Empress. This is the heart for you. Male or female does not matter, okay? I do think that this was a past relationship. Could have been work related, but they believe that, yeah, look at that. Empress and the Emperor. This is your person, but they think that you've moved on, okay? You're going to be coming in all strong and powerful, and they're going to be coming in going, oh, what? Okay, so is this your person? Yes, 2 of Cups. Give it a minute. All right? Important. Don't push. Okay? Let's see what's going on for Virgo. You may be dealing with the Leo or a fire sign, but you feel like moving on. You don't feel like you're getting anything from this person. It's making you really upset. Okay, kind of heartbroken, very sad, but it's entangled. Okay, like you know that you're bonded to this person. Could be a Sagittarius. Okay, but I think if you're patient until the 8/8 portal, things could change. Okay, I do readings only through my links. You can find them at my link tree for Mindset Unicorn. Okay, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Mindset Unicorn, and the links are all down below. Queen of Cups. A lot of love here. Again, you may have been, I'm getting a little bit of a message here off the topic of love, where Spirit is saying you may have been overspending a little bit. Maybe you did a little too much Prime Day. Reel it in, okay? 4 of Pentacles. Get yourself back on track, okay? I think that there is a lesson here for you to learn in the next 2 weeks about some being frugal, as well. If you are if you've been arguing with someone or just not talking to someone, they have been very busy at work. I think they know you're trying to pull them back, and give it a minute, okay? Just let them catch their breath. Libra. You're healing a little bit like a lamb. You may not be enjoying Leo season as much as everyone else, okay? See how my voice is going away? I think you're being silent. Throat chakra. You just need some downtime, okay? Maybe you need some acupuncture too. Mother of Wands. I feel like you're protecting. Like this feels very much like a trauma response where you're like huddled around protecting everything that's mine. Okay, I did do Gemini already. I will upload this on YouTube once it downloads, okay? There was a lot for Gemini throughout the reading. I feel like you're being very protective, especially of your nest egg. But if you're worried about your nest egg, I feel like it's protected, okay? The Emperor. I do think that there is a strong energy in your life right now, but it's not fully in your life because they're standing very alone right now. They may be dealing with family issues. Again, getting stability, okay? I do think that this person sees you as the one. I think you've had a very energetic connection with this person, okay? I think they're coming, but there's some things they have to clean house on first. 12th house energies here. They got to do some work before they can come in. And their mind's there. They're not physically there yet. Okay. Scorpio. You're like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done. Okay? You're ending things. You're ending cycles. You're done with stuff. Okay, yeah. 8 of Cups and the 7 of Wands, and you're like, I'm gonna burn it all down. Okay? Like, you are really, like, fed up. Oh, they're gonna end us here. I better hurry fast. Drag the puzzle piece. Oh. Try again. There we go. Okay. If you're worried about third party, I don't think there is one. I think that you're just still processing something. Okay. I don't think there's anyone else that is involved here, okay? But you just feel empty and you're just like, I'm ready to burn things to the ground. I feel like you need to get out with your friends. You need some time away from this, okay? Again, you think that there's some sort of third party energy going on, and I feel like it's the past. I feel like you need to get some clear energies. You need to get out. You need to spend time with friends. You need some change of scenery, okay? Because you're kind of spiraling in something here. And I feel like in a couple of weeks, it's going to pass. But it'll come back around if you don't work on it, okay? So I hope that that helped you. And I felt a tear just drop out of my eye. So somebody's been either Scorpio or Ophiuchus, which again is my Soulmates, Starseeds. Somebody's been crying. Yeah. You're struggling with the past. You were wounded, and it still sticks with you. Okay? Some of you could use a weighted blanket, right? Some of you feel very lonely, just waiting for someone to come. There is love coming. It is new. But I feel like for some of you, it could be up to 3 months before it shows up. And you're like, I'm so ready for this now. But its wings are still drying, okay? This is somebody, whoever's coming towards you, they are also coming out of something. All right? Don't close yourself off. I do feel like you are. And they're showing me that you're like, with this tear, like you're either angry or crying all the time, okay? Yeah. If you think somebody's toxic, they will become toxic. And when you call someone toxic long enough, they will free themselves, okay? Some of you are just wanting to get out of a relationship. And again, your head knows you want out. Your heart is not letting you, okay? Because this could be a divorce. This could be the end of friendships, separating money, okay? A lot of sadness. And I feel like you're struggling through that, okay? Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy or other water signs, I do feel like you're going to move on. But I think that that Ten of Pentacles tells me that you're going to be just fine, okay? And what will come to you will be so much better, all right? Sagittarius. You're feeling a lot of love. Nine of Cups. Okay, new love. Beautiful love. Okay. Somebody else who thought there was no love for them, and you're going to be like two peas in a pod. Okay, and it is new. Ace of Pentacles. So beautiful, beautiful energy coming towards you. You could have met this person through family, or you just recognize the soulmate energy in them as soon as you meet. Okay. Maybe a little bit of a hurdle to get over after you meet this person. If you've already met them, this is just your confirmation that you have to clear some things off your plate before you can go towards this. Okay. But you're like, I'm cleaning myself up so that I can do this all brand new. But then behind the scenes, you're hiding and lurking and burdened. You do have to clear some stuff. And you know that's the choice that you're going after. You're like, I know. Okay, yeah, there you are. You're like, I'm doing it. Temperance. I'm doing it. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, you're just coming out just to clarify. I am doing it. You really want me to know you are doing it, okay? Ten of Pentacles. Probably the answer you've been looking for. You'll get it, okay? Everything's gonna work out. You fought really hard for this. Keep speaking your truth, and I feel like if you want to speak to this person, speak to this person, okay? Capricorn. Okay. You're starting something new. It could be a new job. But you're starting something new right now, and you feel a little bit out of your comfort zone. Spirit says this is the truth. Okay. This is part of your soul path, so this is exactly where you were meant to be heading. Don't question it. Okay. Divine timing at play. This is like going to end up being life-changing. But there is some weird sadness in there because I feel like you're also leaving some things behind. This may be a move. Okay, you may be physically moving. Yeah, there's some sadness with this, but they're like you're going to overcome. You're going to make new friends. Everything's going to work out. And there's the love, okay? 10 of Cups. You just don't see it yet. All right? So allow yourself that processing time, okay? So let's close this out with an oracle card. Yeah. Really listen to your intuition and what Spirit is telling you about the world you are creating. I feel like a lot of you have been in the caterpillar soup, and you are coming out the other side of it, okay? Again, there is a big collective letting go and a lot of loss associated with that. A lot of, yeah, it's taken you a lot of courage to get over some things. There's been some deception that you dealt with as well. But I feel like what is meant for you is being protected for you. As you're coming through the other side of this, intuitively you know. When you hear, like I'm getting very specifically, when you hear, you know. Okay? And that is part of like your superpower. When you hear, you know. And I'm getting this feeling that there is something very important tomorrow. And like I'm getting like the name Tad. I'm getting the name it's like a, it was there and then it was gone. It was like a Tamara. But I do feel that it's almost like you're trading up tomorrow. And so you could have a weird timeline merge tomorrow where things just feel like spacey, okay? I feel like you don't, in that moment, you don't know what to say. And Spirit is saying, like, listen to your heart for a minute, okay? Thank you. Listen to your heart. Because that's going to be like your guiding force as you move through this. We started the reading. They want me to go back here. We started the reading. This is what started it all. 4th house, Cancer. Okay, the number 42 could be very important, but the 4 and 2 together is a 6. That is the sign of the Lovers. They're telling me that when you, whatever you've just released with the moon, when you walk forward, you're walking towards this new moon and this new life. Some of you maybe, it's very, this is very few, but I'm getting this, almost this energy of like a very traditional wedding that's coming. And, or you had a very traditional wedding, and this is going to bring a newness to you. Again, some of you, there is a child waiting, and this could be what will come. But I am feeling that this has been protected. Like this little world inside of this globe is where we started. Like it's been protected for you. And again, they're showing me that 369. You may be seeing a lot of very sacred numbers right now, especially lots of 3s, lots of 9s. Knowing your intuition that you're heading in the right direction, knowing that you're at home with yourself, and you can trust yourself to guide you forward. Okay? So again, I will upload some highlights when they've got it in the like little live section here, and then once this is available to download, I will download it and I will be putting the full reading on the YouTube channel, and you can just head over to Mindset Unicorn at YouTube if you want to watch the replay of this. I also have it set up so that you should get the replay if you were somebody that gave gifts. Okay, so I love you guys. I appreciate you. I had fun with you tonight, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye.